Dual citizenship can be seen as a privilege that allows individuals to enjoy the benefits of being a citizen of two countries. However, what many people don't realize is that dual citizenship also comes with its own set of challenges and limitations. In this video, we will explore the negative side of having dual citizenship and delve into which countries around the world do not permit their citizens to hold dual nationality. If you're interested, stay tuned. Stop that. So there are some countries that do not permit dual citizenship. Some of those countries include China, India, Japan, Singapore, and several other countries in the Middle East. If you obtain citizenship in any of these countries that I've mentioned, you will have to renounce your former nationality, yes. So recently, my son had his British passport. He's had his Ghanaian passport since he was born, and now he has two. Of course, the UK does allow dual citizenship, so he can have both. And I was exploring the good side of it and then the dark side of it as well. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the dark sides of having dual passports or dual citizenship that I discovered. So the first thing that I'll mention is the career restrictions. And this is the one that beats me so much. So there's a lady from the Philippines in my workplace, and she has been living in the UK for over 15 years, but she does not have a UK passport. She is a legal resident of the UK. She's gotten her indefinite leave to remain. In fact, there's another Indian who used to work at my workplace who has gotten the indefinite leave to remain but has not applied for the passport. And they all have reasons. For me, I'm contemplating. Now I have my ILR and soon I'll be due to get my passport, but I think about it and I'm like, should I go ahead? Guys, listen to the reason why. So I do have political ambitions. Yes, I have love for politics. I think at the moment, yes, maybe I'll change my mind in the future, but now I still want to go into politics in the future. And in Ghana, let's say if you want to become a member of parliament, or if you want to hold a high position in government, you cannot have dual citizenship. It is not permitted. And now I'm thinking, British passport or Ghana politician? Now is it worth it? And I know that for most people who have gotten their indefinite leave to remain but have not applied for the passport, these are some of the reasons why they haven't. They don't want to sort of like come all out to say now I'm British citizen as well, because it leads to a lot of restrictions in terms of your career and other opportunities in the other country. Okay, in some countries as well, you cannot even be a judge, you cannot be a minister, you cannot be a member of parliament, you cannot even be a minister's deputy if you hold dual nationalities. So that is it. Think about it. I know most people that watch me are in the next few years going to get the opportunity to register as a British citizen, but think about all these things first. Would you just keep the indefinite leave to remain, or you would actually go ahead and apply for the passport? So the main reason why some of these countries deny you the opportunity for some of these careers is because you have access to classified information about the country, very classified, important information that the layman does not have access to. So now that it's like we don't know where your loyalty stands. Are you Ghanaian or are you British? Should we really give you this information? What if we are planning something against the British? Can we hold you high and say that yes, you're definitely going to defend Ghana when you are also British? So that is where the conflict lies. And because of that, no, they don't want to take any chances. You can do any other thing, but you cannot be a minister, you cannot be any position where you have access to classified information. And as well, for those who want to go into, let's say, the military, for some countries as well, immediately you join the military of another country, you would have to denounce your first country or your original country's nationality or citizenship. And this also makes very much sense, because imagine, let's say you're from Russia, okay, and then you married somebody from Ukraine, and then you became a Ukrainian, and then you've gone into the military, you joined the military of Ukraine. Now, automatically, I don't know about the rules with regards to military in Russia and Ukraine, but I'm just using that as an example. So Russia would obviously say, so long as you have become a military personnel in Ukraine, you are no longer part of us. And this is valid because in future, if these two countries are to be at war against each other, they wouldn't know where your loyalty lies. Are you for Ukraine? Are you for Russia? Like, you cannot be trusted, so you have to choose one side. So when it comes to you denouncing your citizenship of the other country once you join the military of another country, I totally agree, and that is it. So you think about all these things first and then read about them. For people that want to go into the military, read about all these things first before you go on ahead with that particular career option. Okay, the second dark side of dual nationality is that it's such a complicated process. For some people, they were just born into it. Okay, for let's say my son and other future kids that I may have, if I give birth now, that child automatically qualifies to apply for British passport. Imagine me, I came 5 years ago. I have now gotten my indefinite leave to remain. I have to stay in the UK for 5 years working here before I was eligible to apply for permanent residency. And after that, I have to wait for extra 12 months before I'm eligible to apply to register as a British citizen. And then there will be to apply for a passport. Before that, there will be citizenship ceremony, there will be blah, 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 blah. It's such a long process. For some people, and depending on their visa category that they even came in with, they have to wait for as long as 10 good years before they can apply for citizenship. So it's such a complicated process in the first place. And unless you were born into it and then you were just entitled to by, let's say, your parents' position or your parents' residence status at the time of your birth. But other than that, it's such a complicated process and it can be so long. Some people really want to have dual nationality so bad. The process can be quite long and so frustrating. And then the third negative aspect of it is double taxation risk. Okay, listen to this carefully. Some people have not actually gotten British passport because it conflicts with the country that they are coming from, the taxation issues. And then some people are in the US as well, and they've had to denounce their other country's citizenship because of this double taxation brouhaha. Some people face double taxation on foreign income or foreign property depending on the laws of that particular country. So for individuals who are dual citizens of, let's say, the US and another country, the US imposes taxes on its citizens for income and anywhere in the world. So let's say you have a US passport. If you earn, let's say you have a rental income coming in from, let's say, Ghana, you are expected to pay your taxes on that. So that is where it is. But let's say you only have a green card and you're not a citizen, you can do away with that. Okay, so some people purposely do not accept citizenships of certain countries because of this double taxation. The taxation aspect can become a benefit as well sometimes, but other times too can become a negative or a con. For example, if you live in your country of dual residence that is not the US, you may owe taxes to both the US government and to the country where the income was earned. So let's say US and Ghana, and you have, let's say, properties in Ghana and you have income coming in, US is expecting you to pay taxes on all those monies you're earning from Ghana, right? The Ghana government is also expecting you to pay taxes on that as well. So look at the double tax. Is that fair? But then let me also say that there are some income tax treaties between the US and certain countries that also helps to reduce or eliminate individuals' tax liability to avoid double taxation. So for some countries, the US has like a tax treaty with them, so you don't have to pay here and pay there, right? But if US does not have that tax treaty with the country that you're originally from, you would have to pay to both countries. So an example is a treaty between the US and New Zealand. It overrides the income tax laws of each country to avoid double taxation. So, but even so, dual citizenship may be required to file US tax returns even if they are living and earning income in New Zealand. So the US has a tax treaty with New Zealand. So if you hold dual citizenship, you are both a US citizen and a New Zealand citizen, they have measures in place so that you do not have to pay taxes here and pay taxes there. Okay. However, the tax laws of countries, they change almost every year depending on the government and all of that. So you always have to be abreast with the current information and know what is expected of you. Because if you avoid tax, it's actually an offense, right? It's a criminal offense to avoid taxes. As we're talking about citizenship, let me talk about AY&J Solicitors. So AY&J Solicitors is a multi-award-winning immigration law firm that is based in central London, and these people have over 15 years experience with immigration. Honestly, I do not possess a license to provide legal advice, but AY&J Solicitors, they do have that legal right to provide advice on your immigration issues. They come highly recommended by Legal 500 and they are regulated by the Solicitors Regulation Authority. So this is no novice immigration firm. No, they've been in existence for over 15 years and they come highly recommended. So regardless of whether you're applying for self-sponsorship visa, skilled worker visa, dual nationality, whatever it is with regards to immigration, I'll advise you contact them. I'm going to leave their details on the screen and I'm going to leave a link to their website in the description as well. However, let me say that their most popular service that has gone sort of viral is their self-sponsorship assistance. Okay, they are helping many people that have interest in setting their own businesses in the UK to be able to do so. So you are sponsoring your own visa. You don't need a COS from any company in the UK. You're coming here and you're allowed to come with your spouse and your children. They have been successful with so many applications, like 90% success rate with regards to this. However, it is essential to know that the legal fees for this self-sponsorship visa is as much as £30,000, okay, plus VAT for individuals residing abroad. So for those already in the UK, there's a more affordable package for you as well. So if you have a solid business plan, you're thinking of starting or establishing your own business in the UK with your own sponsorship that would allow you to bring your family and your children over, look no further, contact AY&J Solicitors. Their contact details will be on the screen and in the description. So another issue that comes with having dual nationality is that, being torn. For instance, my son, if you watch my video where he got his passport, I showed him the Ghana passport and the British passport and I asked him to choose one. Being torn. I mean, where do you really belong? Are you Ghanaian because your parents are Ghanaian? In your hearts, what would you say? If somebody asks you, where are you from? If a white person asks you, where are you from? They're asking you because they're thinking you're not from here. Why are you going to say Ghana? And if you go to Ghana and they ask you, oh, your accent is different, where are you from? Are you going to say Ghana? So it's like you have identity crisis. It's not funny at all. It's like you have identity crisis. Where are you really from? That is another thing that comes in. And this might seem very, very at the surface level not important, but it's actually quite very, very important. Identity crisis is not a good thing at all. Go and ask the Black Americans in America. They still have identity crisis till now. So it's like you're not able to integrate fully in any society, because when you come here, you're odd. When you go to Ghana too, you're odd, because your accent is different, your everything is different, your likes are different, your culture is different. It's like, so where are you from? It's like, it's sad, but it's a dark side of having dual nationality. And then the fifth thing that I'll say is consular protection. Okay, so as you all know, there's something called consular protection when you're abroad. So it might be unlikely for an individual to need consular protection abroad, but having dual citizenship might present some complications. So consular protection means that citizens are able to claim the protections of their home state in an emergency by going to an embassy. Okay, so I remember one of my uncles got stuck in Ghana during COVID, right? This uncle of mine has his US citizenship, and then he is from Ghana. His family is from Ghana, so he was in Ghana during COVID. And this was before the Ghana government shut all the airports and there were no flights, blah, blah, blah. However, he flew not with his Ghana passport, he flew with his American passport. So whilst he was there, the American consulate or the US commission in Ghana or whatever, or the embassy, they knew that he was in Ghana, and they were constantly contacting him, you know, giving him tips to protect himself. Even though we, the general public thought the airports were not open yet, it was actually a flight to convey people or American citizens that were stuck in Ghana back to the US, and he was contacted, and that's how come he got on board. But sometimes if you hold dual nationalities and then you are in that other country that you hold nationality of, some countries will say that you are in your other country, so in emergency situations you cannot come to us. Sometimes it works like that. So that is what this says. Okay, so it says for people with dual citizenship, this could make things very complicated. The Home Office states that they cannot help dual nationals in the country of their other nationality. For example, Hong Kong announced, due to new laws from the Chinese mainland, that they would not recognize dual nationality. If a person with dual British Chinese citizenship traveled to Hong Kong, they would be treated only as a Chinese citizen. Therefore, the British embassy would not be able to offer travelers any assistance. So that complication will not let the other people, but maybe at that point you really need help to go to America, because maybe at that point in time that place is safer. But you understand, if it should happen like that, where do you stand? You get it? So let me say that if you look at it very critically, the decision to hold dual nationality should come with something that you have thought deeply about, because it comes with a lot of things and there's so many complications and so many implications involved. The popular Fontana from Young, Rich and Famous on Netflix, her mom is now a politician in Ghana, but she was sent to court because even after she won the election in her constituency, there was rumors that she holds a US citizenship. Okay, so that became a big case. They were in court for so long. Some of these are the issues, so think carefully about it. Look at the career aspirations that you have, what you want to do, your business aspirations in terms of your finances, what you want to achieve, which country do you want to achieve them, and think about all those implications. Read about it. However, let me also say that having dual nationality is a blessing. Like I said, you're entitled to own properties or start businesses in both of these countries. You're entitled to have access to education in both countries, healthcare and all of that. So it comes with its good part as well. And I think that generally the good aspect of it overshadows the bad aspects of it. One passport can allow you to travel to over 100 countries visa free. So think about all of that before you make a decision. If you got value from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up and comment below what you think. Do you have two passports? If you're traveling to the other country, which passport do you use? Share in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.